What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, guys. Mad Viking Toy Channel here, doing a figure review. This is an unboxing, even though I have plenty of those to still do here in the future. Some of this stuff has been laying around forever, so I've really got to start moving this out of the way. So, I don't know. I'm just going to jump into it. A lot of this stuff, this is current stuff that I picked up in the last week or so. I'll go down the timeline anyway. This is a build-a-set for NXT, obviously. And it's Akeem, you get an announcer's table. I thought originally, because I got Maria there, I thought originally the whole set was there except for Bobby Roode, but it wasn't. I did pick up Eva Marie and Akeem. I might have to drive all the way back out to that store because I hadn't been there in a while, and it actually was pretty well stacked for toys, and there's a couple of Star Wars exclusives out for the Black Series I'm going to be looking for. There's the Solo movie Chewbacca, and what is it, Grammarian Guard? I might be saying it wrong. The little green guards in Jabba's palace with the axes, and one gets eaten by the Rancor. They're finally making one of those for Star Wars Black Series, so I got to start going cruising my Target stores. But anyway, this is a big, thick, heavy figure. Head scan, I would say, is perfect. The mold looks spot on to this guy. I've seen him quite a lot in person. Of course, now they're finally called up to the main roster. I don't know if they were ready or not, but I think it was just they were really called up because obviously Raw and SmackDown needed some tag teams, and I mean, you're not calling up obviously the new, what's the new era, the Undisputed Era. You're not calling up DIY, that's for damn sure. There really wasn't anybody left, so I think these guys really did kind of luck out. But of course, this is a basic figure. These don't come with a lot of mobility. Most people that chase these, of course, are just collectors. This will be put away somewhere. I'm not opening it. Same series, same line. And I've heard quite a few people looking for this, but I managed to find it at that Target. That's why I'm like, I think I need to go back. And of course, I'm assuming this is the Eva Marie figure. We were supposed to get an Elite of her in the all-red era. That never happened, and most Elite female figures, other than the stomach articulation, they're really no different than the basics, and I'm assuming this is that figure. So this is Eva Marie. Like I said, this is the last of her. I'm assuming. I don't think they're ever going to bring her back. She didn't. The WWE was high on her, but they looked for their spot to get rid of her, and they took it. So, of course, that's Eva Marie. I'll put her over here. What do we got here? Oh, I was stoked about this. I was really hoping his partner was there because I just, of course, I did my unboxing. They're back here of Scott Dawson of the Revival, and of course, this is their Elite from NXT. Comes with the old NXT titles, and I'm a title whore now, so of course I had to buy these. Eventually, I'll do an unboxing of this whenever I find his partner. Head scan, like I said, on this one is pretty darn spot on, too. My bad. The Revival is really, in my opinion, a throwback to like an 80s wrestling style. They kind of remind me of the Brainbusters. I'm sure a lot of you don't even know who they are. But the Brainbusters were basically Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. That's what they were called when they were in the WWE, but they always were together in WCW. And like I said, I would consider him to be the Arn Anderson of the group. But of course, we're not really seeing a lot of the Revival on TV right now. It seems like their push has been pushed back once again. And I don't think they're injured. They're just not taking off because they're not getting any storylines. But this is their line right there. Still have not found Shinsuke, even though I don't know if I'd buy it if I found it. I've only found the other one was Asuka, and of course I didn't buy her. But I was kicking myself later because it could have gone to somebody for a birthday present, but I'm just not saying who. But of course, there's Dawson. And these figures are so simple, but it's their elite, man. Where's their ring jacket? They come with a ring jacket. They charge $20 for these things. And like I said, you really get nothing with it. You just get an action figure. And like I said, figures back in the day were $5, $6, and you got so much stuff with them, it was ridiculous. These things are just a moneymaker. Do we need all this packaging? No. And I don't even think the extra money is spent on packaging. The extra money is just pure profit. So anyway, that was Scott Dawson. Now, I have a short toy hunt video, and the others that went with this line were in the store, and I'm really starting to kick myself that I didn't buy them, because I planned on opening these two figures. But the Build-A-Line, of course, was Howard Finkel, and I was thinking, I don't care about Howard Finkel. But later on, if I ever go to sell these figures, a Howard Finkel figure will sell. I think they've only made one ever. But of course, out of this line, it's the WWE Flashback series. These are only available at Walmart. This is the $1 Million Man. I think they've only made one figure like this ever in his ring attire. And I believe that was in the Jax line. Now, again, this is a big, thick, heavy figure. I do have the Virgil figure here somewhere, because I did find a double for him. So whenever I get my new bookcases and actually set them up, you know, I'll do a nice review of that. And of course, you can expect Virgil and the $1 Million Man to be together. Out of the rest of the line, of course, was Ravishing Rick Rude. A lot of you kids, you need to go look him up on the network. That guy should have been a superstar in the WWE, and I just don't know why. He was a superstar, he just never made it to the main event. That's not true either. He challenged in the main event, he just never became main event material, aka being a champion. He did make it in WCW as a champion, but then he broke his back. But he was amazing. So much heat on him back in the day, and he was a legitimate tough guy from Minnesota. Lots of great icon wrestlers came from Minnesota back in the day. Of course, also in the line is Evil Sergeant Slaughter. This is from his 1990 run when he was actually world champion. WWF world champion when he went against the United States when we were at war with Iraq. Even as a kid, I knew that was pretty effed up, because this is the guy that was the face of G.I. Joe and, you know, the All-American Hero. But this is from that toy line, of course, and the other one is Cowboy Bob Orton. So it's not a huge, most of these Build-A-Figures, they used to rip you off and they would be in elite packages, and you'd have to buy 5 figures to get whatever the Build-A-Figure was. Like I said, I already have the 2, so I guess I have to go back to that Walmart and pick up Bob Orton and Ravishing Rick Rude. I could care about Bob Orton, but it would be nice, I guess, to make the Howard Finkel. So look for that later on, I guess, in the future. And like I said, this is really a good-looking figure. I wouldn't have minded if they did it in the black and gold and white. He did wear this color once in a while, but I'm sure they'll do that later on down the line. His head scan, I don't know. His is a little iffy in my opinion, but it's still a good figure. Like I said, and if you're a collector, I mean, you got to get your butt to Walmart, because they don't make $1 Million Man figures. And I know I bought this one just to get it off the shelf for non-collectors, because, like I said, I plan to open it. The package is beat. But this is Sergeant Slaughter. That's his attire. Like I said, this is from his run in 1990-91 when he was going back and forth with the Ultimate Warrior. Well, he didn't go back and forth. He was feuding with the Ultimate Warrior. He did take the belt off of him, but I do believe, if I remember right, he took it off of Warrior, and Hogan took it off of him eventually. And that was really the end of Sergeant Slaughter's WWE career. It was kind of really already over before that. They just kind of dusted him off for this role, because obviously Vince saw dollar signs in it, and back then there was death threats and all types of stuff. They really did piss a lot of people off with that storyline, but Vince loves doing stuff like that. Oh, great. Yeah, welcome to the show. That's my cat. Come on. Thank you. Let me get... I haven't been buying a lot of basics lately, but this one will be saved for... Come on, cat. This one... Go. This one, of course, is Nia Jax's second basic figure. And like I said, I was going to do a top 10 of basics this year, but I just got lazy and I didn't feel like digging through my boxes to pull them all out. But the other one would have made the list for sure. She would have. This one I think is even better though. But this is another big giant figure. The detail, they don't usually give you any worthwhile basic figures. The detail in her figure here is absolutely amazing. It should have been an elite, to tell you the truth. I don't know why they don't pull the trigger on a lot of female figures and do it. They'll always just pump out basics for them. I mean, how many females have gotten elite figures? Asuka got it straight out the gate, which had to have pissed a lot of the veterans off. I mean, really, who else? As Miss Elizabeth, but that's like a Legends deal. And I don't think too many of the girls biatched about it, but I mean, they just don't seem to make Legends figures. Oh, well, I guess, yeah, Charlotte Flair just got one recently. Let's see. Now, next of these few figures, I guess you could say, were the benefits of Target stores closing, and they were cheap, and I guess I just really wanted something to buy. And of course, this is the Braun Strowman basic. I think this is his third or fourth one. This is his more jolly looking Braun. Head scan, facial scan. Nothing's really changed with this figure, even with his elites. It's just basic, really. I mean, he wears different style pants now with like those weird patchings and stuff, but this is just another basic they pumped out, except he's kind of jollier. I wouldn't say he's a heel or the bad guy quite in this one, but these are the other figures in the line. And they do seem always just to pump out the same people over and over and over again, but what can you do? And you said, oddly enough, this was oh no, this is an old one. This is a new one. This is the new Lana figure, which I still don't know why they made this, because she wrestles. And this is like, when did she wear a tiara? She wore that like, what, years ago? And she was still with Rusev, but they decided to make this. And of course, this is back in the ravishing Lana days, like I said, with Rusev. But of course, yeah, I got this at a Toys R Us store that was closing for next to zero, but I think this was just another thrill to purchase. This will probably go away. This is definitely going to be saved and put away somewhere. The female figures seem to always do a lot better down the line. This is going to be in a unboxing video. Same store. Couldn't even believe they had this. And the only reason I bought it was for the Aiden English figure to go along with Rusev Day. And of course, the megaphone is a nice touch now when you think about it. And the other one is Simon Gotch. Now he's Simon Grimm, and he's in Ring of Honor. This is just a version of another team that the WWE copied and stole their gimmick from. There's a vaudevillain team still to this day in, Wrestling from Hollywood. And I see it on a really weird channel on the Dish Network. But the WWE stole those guys' gimmick and gave it to these guys a long time ago. And of course it got over in NXT, but for whatever reason, Vince crapped all over their gimmick too, just like the Ascension and Breezango, or not Breezango, but what's his name? Not Fandango. I don't know, Prince Pure. I don't even want to say his name. But you get what you get me. Anybody that's coming from NXT as a tag team, they just seem to be crapped on straight away, except for the Revival. But I got this too, like I said, it was opened. I was just nice to do that, to get that as a fellow collector, knowing I was going to open it at some point, just getting it off the shelf for non-collectors. I mean, like I said, it's opened already. I will do a figure review on that later on, maybe in the next couple of videos. Like I said, I need to move some stuff. And I forgot, this was a good haul. This was a good day at that Toys R Us. I never did find this figure in the stores, but I did in that Toys R Us. They had a few of these, oddly enough. Of course, this is the flashback figure. the Warlord. This is one of Warlord's many incarnations in the WWE. I don't believe he ever made it to WCW, but I could be wrong. This gimmick never went anywhere. I don't think he ever won a belt. It was just something stupid, just another Vince loves gimmicks. And this was definitely in the gimmick era, I will say that. Once the Powers of Pain were through, or Powers of Pain, they moved him along to this. So, but anyway, it's a great flashback. Like I said, I couldn't find him anywhere. And he was a good, big, strong, young dude when they were still doing this to him. And then, even when this failed, that was pretty much the end for him. I mean, you can't get over their stupid gimmicks. I guess they kind of get pissed about it. But, of course, now that's Warlord. Let me... see, now this is worthwhile. I know I had these figures somewhere, or at least one. But, you know, you get, like I said, I got so much sitting here in this my little studio corner here that you forget where this crap is. But this is Mutants, WWE, John Cena. And like I said, I was going to do some, try to branch out and do some different kind of filming with the figures, like what Grimm used to do. But my main prop got sold. My brother let his idiot roommate sell it. And now I'm kind of out of luck. And I've been trying to find something similar on YouTube, but I can't. But this fits John Cena's persona to a T right now. Everybody thinks he's just a robot. He's inhuman, you know, with no feelings, with the whole Nikki Bella deal. But I think this figure was amazing. Of course, he's supposed to be like Cyclops. But of course, they just glued a WWE title to him, which I think is kind of a smack or a diss in a way. But it is kind of comical. Really, I think they should have done that with a Triple H figure. But I think I've bought 2 of these, and the other one was the Finn Balor mutant one, which I thought was amazing as well. Well, it's a hell of a lot better than this one. But I had to get this one just for the collection. I will do an unboxing video on him later on. This was that line. Like I said, there's the Finn Balor figure, which was amazing. The Brock Lesnar one wasn't too bad either. I mean, the shelf warmer was usually the Stardust and the Bray Wyatt. But, like I said, that's the John Cena Colossus ripoff. Nice figure. We'll see it later on. This one, I guess, from sitting in the bag so long, it's getting a little bent, but I can fix that with storage. This, of course, was a Charlotte Flair, and she was still bedazzling her forehead. Face scan, I think this one's not too bad. Because she can look weird at times, man, and I think this one's pretty darn good. I can't tell you what this is from. I know it's a pay-per-view match, but this is another female figures. Like I said, I will go out and hunt female figures. I don't know why, but I'm saving them all, and I figured one day on eBay, because they're usually the things that people hunt the most, but they hunt the most and they open them up because it's going to their kids or whatnot. But collectors, I don't think a lot of collectors seem to collect the females and keep them. I will eventually do my basics collections unveiling or whatever, because I still haven't fixed my toy room up. I got to get so much crap moving and get out of there to even start rearranging the toy room. But right now, a lot of my stuff is just sitting in storage containers in my living room. Of course, that's that toy line. There's always a John Cena, is there not? I did want that Austin Aries. I never did find it. In his elite Austin Aries, I thought was just horrible. I do have something of his over here that I still have yet to this day to even review, which is a lot better, but I'm totally not going to open it. I'm still going to review it. But this next one, of course, is Baron Corbin. I think this one, the detail alone and the tattoos, I mean, if you get side-by-sides or you know what his body art looks like, that's what they spent the time and the money on this figure, is his tattoos. Sort of like what they did with that elite figure of the Batista a couple years ago. Of course, head sculpting is perfect. It's just another basic. I don't know that I'll be opening him. Well, maybe I bought him because I don't have an elite of him opened. So I think that's what it is, why I purchased him. So maybe I will actually be opening him not too long from now. I'll put him in the pile of unboxings. Next figure up on the chopping block was, I was actually stoked to see this one. I only have one of her basics. And it's not the one I wanted. It was just I bought it because it's the only one I've ever found. I did want the one where she used to have the animal fur thing on her head, but I couldn't find that. And of course, they want $40-$30 for that on eBay. I'm just not doing it. This was her Wonder Woman look. Can't remember what pay-per-view it is. It would be nice if they would put that stuff on the back. Anyway, this is from The Line, Ty Dillinger, Kurt, Uncle Forehead. But this is the figure. Like I said, it's a Wonder Woman take, but it's not 100%. That's the beautiful Alicia Fox. It's a nice basic. I'm still shocked she's with the company. She's been with them forever. And recently she's been getting into trouble with them, but she still seems to keep her job, which is shocking enough. Do I want to get into them yet? No. We'll do this. These stores, saved me a lot of money without having to buy these online. Of course, next is the entrance great Jeff Hardy. I might be a little late to the party from everybody else who got it a couple months ago or a month ago, but I also didn't pay what you paid for it. If I find another one, I will be doing an unboxing for it, but this one's going to be saved. This is supposed to be a play off his first Elite figure from the Mattel? I don't know. I think it was the Series 1. Of course, because you can't tell. The face paint looks about the same. I know the differences is like a different colored belt. And I think the paint on the shoes was too. But that figure is very sought after. I saw some guy on eBay trying to sell it for 10 grand. Good luck with that though, buddy. But you can see I haven't even had that sitting here this long and there's dust all over it. But that's a great figure. Of course, it's a soft goods t-shirt, which I love way more than the rubber shit they put out. Of course, that's the back of the box. Like I said, you push the little stand there and you get his actual theme song. There is a tab you can pull out of it and it'll play the whole thing, but I'm not going to do that. This one will eventually be packaged away somewhere, like with my Kurt Angle. I did find another Kurt Angle, and I will do an unboxing video on that later on too. But right there's entrance great Jeff Hardy. Supposedly they're taking over the defining moments, but I don't believe that's true. They've done entrance greats in the past, and it never stopped the defining moments. But I keep hearing people say that, so I'm just bringing it up. See, now I just bought that Black Friday Mojo Riley Zack Ryder set because I wanted a Mojo Riley figure. But I did happen to find this one, and actually I think this is probably his best figures to date so far. All he's had is basics, but that's a spot-on head scan. That's him. He's supposed to be from Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland, I believe. Of course, that's the play on the state flag, or I know the Ravens had something similar to that back in the day. But this is another guy that seems to be toiling in the WWE. He's been up in the big leagues now for 2-3 years. Every time they seem to give him a push, it's only a push for a month or two, and then you don't see him again for the rest of the year. But of course, this is the rest of that toy line. Seth, Big Show, Ambrose, AJ, and Bailey. But yeah, like I said, I was looking for him. This was another figure bought cheap out of a closing Toys R Us store. Well, this made some room anyway. I don't see what else I was going to do digging through, and I don't want to go through these things yet. So, let me pull this over here. Yeah, see, here's my other backup Kurt Angle entrance great that I said I was going to unbox at some point, so I'll have to put him back over here. Running out of space. Okay, here we go with these. Alright. Yeah, I'll review it. Why not? This is, of course, the Fan Central. This is probably the last of these from Toys R Us. These are Toys R Us exclusives. This is the Big Show. I don't know if this is what he was wearing when he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, but I scooped it up thinking it was going to be the last of the Big Show figures. And I don't even think I have an open air Big Show figure. So that's why I picked up the two that I saw. So that's another one that I'll be doing an unboxing video for. I do like the United States red, white, and blue theme. I think that's actually in a better version of the Andre the Giant trophy. The other one came with Cesaro. I did finally find all of them from the line. I have them all. I just didn't buy the Triple H. I don't like the Triple H figure. And I just didn't want to support it. The Mark Henry figure is actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be close up. It's in here somewhere in my house. It might be in this other bag. And I have two Bobby Heenan, so I'll be doing an unboxing of him too. So I'll look out for that, which I'm pretty stoked for. But like I said, if these are the last of the exclusives, I'm sure that are heading to Toys R Us. So if you want these things, they're out now. I wouldn't delay, because as the store is right now, my store is 50 to 30% off, which is technically a lie. It's still mostly only 30% off of stuff. But when stuff starts hitting 40 and 50, there ain't going to be stuff left really on shelf. So if you're interested in these figures, you need to get your butt to Toys R Us. I believe, okay, here's one of the Bobbies. The other one must be in the car. So I'm going to show you him real quick too. Oh, geez, did he get a little bit damaged? Yeah, well, you can't even tell, so that's good. All right, this is the other... And this is the better of the two Bobby Heenans, the one that was in that 4-pack. This is generally what Bobby Heenan looked like back in the day. He had a little bit more bedazzle stuff going on in his arms. I can't see that they really hit that here. But this is a much better, youthful, younger-looking Bobby Heenan. Like I said, this is generally what he wore all the time back in the day. Let me see. Of course, that's the back. Bobby the Brain Heenan, the Weasel, one of the best managers, if not the best managers of the WWE of the manager era, because they definitely don't like managers now. That's for damn sure. Just think about it. The way the WWE treats managers now, there would never have been a Jimmy Hart, there would never have been a Paul Bearer, there would never have been a Bobby Heenan, a Slick, Teddy Long, the Grand Wizard. I know you're like, who? Freddie Blassie. And what's the rubber band guy? Captain Lou Albano. But this is one of the legends here. Like I said, and I scored two of him, so be looking for that unboxing video somewhere down the line. I'm going to stop for now. At least that gave me some foot space. I think tomorrow I have a Pro Wrestling Crate coming, so if that's on my stoop when I wake up, I will be doing that first thing in the morning. So please support that video as well. Go ahead and watch it. But for now, I gifted you with this quality video. So if you would please hit like, leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the notification button so you know when I post videos, help the channel grow. I think I'm going to a wrestling show here on Wednesday. It's not WWE, but these guys are like ECW. And if I do, of course, there'll be a video for that. I managed to see what times they were performing. I haven't been to a show of theirs in a year and something. I couldn't believe it. And these guys bust their butt. A lot of these guys do all the tours of Florida. A couple of them do stuff in Ring of Honor, Florida Impact Pro. That one chick, I can't remember her name. She was a staple there. She was in LAX for the last year and a half. They got rid of her when they started filming in Canada, I guess for budget purposes. They never did say they released her, so I shouldn't say that, but I can't remember her name. But okay. But anyways, guys, like I said, look out for my Pro Wrestling Crate video. That probably is coming tomorrow. The wrestling video probably on Wednesday night. And I don't know from there. Like I said, I'm just glad I got some foot space over here. But anyways, like I said, guys, thanks for watching, supporting the channel. Welcome new subscribers. Little by little, I'm growing. I'm almost to my giveaway mark. Like I said, I'm not revealing what it is because I don't want leeches. I want whatever I give away to be to actual subscribers. I've already played that game, and I do feel bad because I realized after I gave away what I gave away, a lot of people just dumped and took off. So, like I said, I want to give it away to true fans, not hangers-ons for the prizes. But anyways, like I said, I'm gonna let you go. I'm starting to rant. Thanks for watching. Like I said, all that stuff. Hit like, leave a comment, subscribe, come back for more. I will catch you guys later. Mad Viking out.